filibuster all this time. They lose the 60th vote. We got to change that. This war isn't just about Democrats. It is the battle for the survival of the republic, and I hope you are ready to fight. And this win in Massachusetts indicates you are, because you have declared not just a typical political war. You have declared war on, again, I ask you, are these people like you? They are radical revolutionaries that believe in Mao. To you, a fight means educating people. It means mobilizing people to go out and vote. And you fight at the ballot box. But to these people, what does a fight mean to the uber-left progressive? All bets are off. They will cheat, they will lie, they will steal. And they have in the past blown things up if it helps them win. The end, as Saul Alinsky points out, justifies the means. Over the holiday this Christmas, I started writing a follow-up book to Common Sense, which is the book I put out last year. It is on Thomas Paine's Crisis. His original book, Common Sense, it was a pamphlet. He put it out to convince people that they needed to declare their independence. Believe it or not, signing that paper was the easy part. Just like you're going to learn. The easy part was to go out and vote in Massachusetts yesterday. But once you've declared war, once you've declared yourself independent, like 51% of Massachusetts residents now do, the system will react. 6 months after the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776, things started to go really horribly awry for George Washington and the Patriots. That's when Thomas Paine wrote these words in Crisis. These are the times that try men's souls. He said you can't be a sunshine patriot. When things are easy, you stand up. It got tougher, and it's going to get tougher for us now. Are you willing to sacrifice not your life? I mean, maybe it comes down to that. God, hope it doesn't. But at least your fortune and your sacred honor, they did. Or will you sit idly by as things get tougher and be a sunshine patriot? I told you yesterday, when the going gets tough to the progressives, according to Saul Alinsky, that's when you put your foot on the accelerator. You can't win the argument, you do the next best thing. You shut down the opposing voice. If you don't think they'll do it, watch this. This was paid for, this interview, with your tax dollars and aired on PBS.
We went back and looked at the size of the public subsidy that the U.S. government had for journalism in the first half of the 19th century. And if we had the same percentage of GDP today dedicated to journalism subsidy as they did in the United States routinely in the first 75 years of our country's history, it would be roughly $30 billion. This is sort of the number of a free society pays to have credible journalism, and that strikes us as a pretty sane number.
Got it? This is the uber left having an interview with PBS, and what do they say? Hey, brother, we'll just pay for it and get rid of all of the commercial journalists. Our founders were willing to risk their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. Are you willing to at least sacrifice your fortune and find your honor to defend freedoms that we're losing, like the freedom of speech? These radical revolutionaries believe the Constitution is a flawed document. And just like the founders fought to establish the Constitution, these radicals will fight to change it in the cover of darkness. And they will become much more dangerous as they realize their time to make this move is running out. Progressives have been patient for decades, creeping their way into the system in the cover of darkness. And this is their opportunity. They are going to deal a final death blow to the Constitution if they can. Let me ask you this. Do you remember this poster here? Hope, right? Change never comes from the top. This hope, it's phony because it's directed on a guy, one guy. We do that in dictatorships, not in America. Change that he promised hasn't connected with America because the change came from a small group of uber elitist radical progressives on the left. This change, the real change that is coming in America, is coming from a much, much larger group. And I hate to insult the progressives, but let me show you how much progress these people have truly made. Next. I don't want to rain on your parade if you think Scott Brown is the Messiah, and I swear that's about what the people are starting to say about him. He's not. I do believe Brown's victory was significant because this is another sign of people waking up. A seat held for more than 30 years by Democrats in Massachusetts, won by a Republican. But let's keep our fingers crossed that we can trust him. He is still a politician. I feel people are giving up on the party and voting on principles, which is celebrate that, America. I showed you this poll yesterday, and I want you to take another look at this poll. In Massachusetts, more than half of the voters, 51%, are no longer affiliated with a political party. You kidding me? You know how great that is? Make them work for your vote. A Rasmussen poll testing a three-way generic national ballot shows voters not affiliated with either major party. 33% say Tea Party, 30% undecided, 25% Democrats, 12% Republicans. But in the last 12 hours, the voters of Massachusetts have been called racist, stupid, and these are by major organizations, racist, stupid, and just plain sexist. Nobody gets it. This isn't about race. This isn't about gender. This is about the people, we the people, standing up for what people want regardless of party. There's been a sea change in this country. Isn't it amazing? It's not that people hate Obama. People like him. Watch this. Look at this new Wall Street Journal poll on Barack Obama. When rating President Obama and being easygoing and likable, 72% like him. We give him a favorable rating. We like him. We just think he's really, really wrong. From the same poll, asked in which direction the nation is generally headed, the right direction, 34%, the wrong direction, 54%, mixed, 10%, not sure. I mean, why do you even answer the phone? It's not just Obama off course. Congress, their approval rating. Look at this one. Approve of Congress, 21%. Disapprove, 67%. How do you tie your shoes if you're not sure about this one? I wonder why they have such a low rating. Just to show you how out of touch politicians really are, here's Nancy Pelosi, what she said Monday.
I have confidence about tomorrow because I'm a grassroots organizer. It doesn't matter what the poll says. It matters who votes, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. But let's remove all doubt that we will have health care one way or another.
Okay. All that grassroots organizing, which creeped me out just a bit, may have clouded her judgment because Brown won. According to Rasmussen poll, of 1,000 Massachusetts voters, health care was the major issue in the election. 78% of Brown voters strongly oppose. 78 oppose. Coakley, 52% are for. Hello. I want to show you another poll, Massachusetts voters here. This is a public policy polling, and they asked, do you think that Acorn will try to steal the election from Martha Coakley? Look at this. 25% say yes. 38% say no. 37% say, I don't know, maybe. This is significant because a year ago, Acorn was a gang of misfits. Do you remember when we used to laugh at community organizers and go, ooh, big job? They have huge power. Nobody cared about Acorn a year ago, but a quarter of the voters actually think they would try to steal the election, and 37% say, maybe. People are waking up. They're waking up to the games, and they're saying enough. But forget about polls, because you can make a poll say anything. Take a look at this one. This is President Obama's approval rating by Rasmussen versus the S&P. The S&P here is the blue line. Here's the S&P. Got it? As Obama goes down, the S&P goes up. Now, any statistician is going to tell you correlation does not show causation. Whatever. Let me throw a theory out here. One thing people really care about is money, right? Your life. How much pocket money do you have? As investors saw Obama's popularity drop and realized the vision of more government, more spending, more strangling of the free market, more taxes might not pan out, people begin to invest. Look at the dates. The 19th of February. 19th of February. Almost to the very bottom of the S&P. This is the day that CNBC's Rick Santelli did his famous Tea Party rant. The S&P then hit bottom. Somebody hold on to something. Are you alone? Some hope for the future? This is where we announced the 9/12 project. Here we are in April. Look at this. Here are the Tea Parties. They cross. The S&P has gone up. I've said it before. There's a sea change in the country, and it's not about parties, it's not about politics, it's about the games that people play in Washington. Principles. Stop with the games. So the newly elected senator from Massachusetts, congratulations, sincerely. But just know this, when you get to Washington, we are going to watch you like a hawk, and all of the people that serve in Washington with you.